My name is William Goit. I'm a licensed acupuncturist who have been helping people get healthy and stay healthy since 1986. You may know me as Professor Chi. Today, I'm going to talk about outrage and the justification for negativity. We live in a time of outrage. Outrage is so popular now. Politics is full of outrage. Political correctness is just one reason to be outraged about the very small things, for the most part, over and over again. There's a tremendous battle happening between the rich and the poor that is rather outrageous. Not to mention the battle between the sexes, which is justified in many ways because women are coming into power, and this is a good thing. However, the outrage around it is really difficult to deal with on a day-to-day basis because in order to be happy, we have to stay positive. And there is so much justification for being negative that it's simple, really easy these days to wander around in a bad mood because there is so much to be outraged about. The negative is very popular now. Many people feel like there's no reason to even look forward to a bright future because it doesn't exist, because there's way too many problems. I'm old enough to know that there's always been problems. As far as that goes, if you look back, when I was a young man, people were getting drafted and sent off to Vietnam. There was skyjackings. There was riots happening in the streets. There was a huge problems that were happening all around the world, and people were still able to put out good music, and there was a lot of carefree optimism. People were going out and dancing. There was a lot of good reasons to be happy aside from the obvious difficulties that were happening. The cyber world has created an environment that our problems seem like we can't get away from them. They seem overwhelming every time you turn around. They're being spoken of. There is so much negativity that it is contagious, and negativity is contagious. Positivity is contagious as well, but if everybody is spending all their time being negative, it's difficult to find reasons to be positive, let alone to overcome the negative wave of bad news that it seems to be on every front these days. I say, look closely at your justifications for negativity. These justifications are strong. Sometimes they seem overwhelmingly accurate, like, oh, there's no reason for me to not feel bad right now. Particularly when it comes around money. Because when you're having money problems, there's a huge justification to be negative because you can't afford to do the things that you want to do. That's difficult, I get that. However, so much of the negativity and the justification for the negative can be controlled. You cannot change everything in the world. You cannot create a different world. You can't affect politics that much. We can't affect the problems with the racial tension, and we certainly can't change the geopolitical politics that are happening. So when you find yourself being outraged and you think you have justification, think again, look clearly. Try to understand that you only have this moment, and if you decide to be negative, that's where you're living. You're living in that negativity. And the horrible thing about negativity is that this negative moment creates the next moment to be negative. Find reasons to be positive. It's okay to discuss politics and to be, a little outraged by things, but don't take it so personally that you can't be happy in this moment, because this moment is all that you have. Look clearly at your justifications for being negative and see, can I do something about that? Look clearly, do I really have to feel this way? Are these feelings even mine? Most of these negative feelings are not yours at all. They are just coming to you. They're coming through the media. They're coming through gossip. And they could be coming from bad things. They could be coming from terrible emotional problems you're having, or depression, or money problems. I don't mean to say these things aren't happening. However, if they are happening, if you are having money problems, if you are depressed, the best way to change that is to be positive. If you are having problems in this world, a positive attitude is the first step towards creating some momentum towards a solution. Solutions oftentimes come just because you feel good about things. Solutions will certainly have a better chance of appearing if you were positive. If you're negative and you have a cloud over your head, well, how in the world do you expect any rain of positivity to come your way? You're going to attract the lightning bolts of the negative over and over and over again. So the next time you feel outrage, and outrage is so popular now, look clearly. Is this outrage real? Am I really affected by this, or is this just some passing momentum? Because these thoughts, these negative thoughts, most of them are not yours. They are in the air and you've just magnetized them to you. Let these feelings go. Allow yourself to be positive in this moment, because that is the best chance for things to get better. Look clearly at your life and ask yourself, are these justifications for the negative real? Can I let them go? And if so, work at that. Let these feelings go. Become positive. Allow inspiration, enthusiasm, and excitement to take a hold of you. And then perhaps you can turn a page to a brighter now and even a brighter tomorrow.